Top 10 most terrifying psychopaths in anime. It's got giant robots, epic battles, and enough heartwarming stories to melt even the iciest of hearts. But lurking beneath the surface of these colorful worlds are characters so twisted, so sinister, that they'd make your skin crawl. We're talking about the psychos, the maniacs, the ones who make you want to sleep with the lights on. From cunning manipulators to straight-up cold-blooded killers, these characters don't just break the rules, they chuck them out the window, douse them in gasoline, and laugh maniacally while they watch the world burn. So, buckle up, buttercups, because today we are diving headfirst into the depths of despair with the top 10 most terrifying psychopaths in anime. We're starting off strong, folks. Let's talk about Sho Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is proof that sometimes the scariest monsters aren't the ones lurking in the shadows. Sometimes the real monsters are the ones we call neighbors. Sho Tucker, the Sewing Life Alchemist, did something truly unforgivable. He betrayed his own daughter. He used his daughter Nina and their dog Alexander in a horrific experiment. The result? A chimera, capable of feeling pain and terror. The image of Nina begging for help is unforgettable. Evil doesn't always wear a menacing grin. Sometimes it wears a lab coat. And the worst part? Tucker shows no remorse. He tries to justify his actions, claiming he did it for science. But we all know the truth, don't we? He did it for himself. Next up, we have a character who's as flamboyant as he is deadly. Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. There's something oddly captivating about this guy. Maybe it's the clown getup or the aura of danger that clings to him. Beneath that grin lies a mind obsessed with power and a heart craving the thrill of the fight. Hisoka is a battle junkie, plain and simple. He lives for the clash of Nen, the dance of life and death. What makes him terrifying is his disregard for rules and morality. He toys with his opponents, savoring their fear and pain. He's like a cat playing with a mouse, with razor-sharp cards and bloodlust. Hisoka has a creepy fascination with Gon and Killua. The scariest thing about Hisoka? You never know whose side he's on. Don't let the pink hair and innocent eyes fool you, because at number 3, we have a character who's as merciless as she is tragic. Lucy from Elfen Lied. See, Lucy is a Diclonius, a mutated human with incredible psychic abilities and a tragic past that would make even the most heartless villain shed a tear. But behind those eyes, behind the pain and suffering, lies a rage, a deep-seated hatred for humanity that manifests in the most brutal and unforgiving ways. Imagine being hunted, experimented on, tortured for something you didn't choose, for something you were born with. That's Lucy's reality. And it's this horrific past that shapes her into the weapon, the monster that she eventually becomes. She develops a split personality, one innocent and childlike, the other cold, calculating, and consumed by an insatiable bloodlust. Lucy possesses invisible telekinetic vectors that can tear through flesh and bone as easily as a hot knife through butter. Whether it's driven by a need for revenge against her tormentors or simply a primal urge to inflict pain, Lucy's violence is as shocking as it is unsettling. Buckle up, because things are about to get philosophical, folks. At number 4, we have a villain who challenges the very definition of justice and morality. Shogo Makishima from Psychopaths. Now this guy is different. He's not driven by a lust for power, a thirst for blood, or some twisted sense of revenge. No, Shogo Makishima is something far more unsettling. He's a man who sees the flaws in society, the cracks in the system, and instead of trying to fix them, he chooses to exploit them, to revel in the chaos they create. In the world of psychopaths, everyone's mental state is constantly monitored by the Sybil system, a powerful network that determines a person's potential for criminal activity. But Makishima, he's different. He's a complete anomaly, an individual whose mind is so complex, so utterly devoid of remorse or empathy, that the Sybil system can't even get a read on him. He's a ghost in the machine, a walking, talking blind spot in a world obsessed with control. Hold on to your sanity, folks, because at number 5, we have a villain so chilling, so utterly devoid of humanity, that he'll send shivers down your spine with a single glance. Johann Liebert from Monster. This guy is the embodiment of psychological terror. He doesn't need superpowers, he doesn't need brute force, he doesn't even need to raise his voice. Johann Liebert can drive you to the brink of madness with just his words, with a look, with the chillingly calm aura of a man who has embraced the abyss. Imagine a being so empty, so devoid of any moral compass that he views human life as nothing more than a game, a series of pawns to be manipulated and discarded at his whim. He's a master manipulator, a puppeteer of the human psyche, capable of exploiting your deepest fears, your darkest desires, and turning them against you. He doesn't just kill, he orchestrates elaborate, horrifying scenarios that leave his victims broken, their lives shattered beyond repair. Get ready for some cursed energy, folks, because at number 6, we have a villain who embodies chaos and destruction. Sukuna, the king of curses, from Jujutsu Kaisen. Now this guy isn't just your average baddie. He's a force of nature, a being of immense power, and even greater malice, trapped within the body of our protagonist, Yuji Itadori. Talk about an awkward roommate situation, right? Imagine a being so powerful, so utterly evil, that even after being sealed away for 1,000 years, his mere fingers can wreak havoc on the world. That's Sukuna. He's the epitome of a cursed spirit, born from humanity's darkest fears and negative emotions. He's got strength that can level cities, speed that defies logic, and a taste for chaos that would make the Joker blush. But what makes Sukuna truly terrifying is his utter lack of empathy. Ah, love, it can make you do crazy things. But in the case of our next entry, crazy doesn't even begin to cover it. At number 7, we have the Queen of Yandere herself, Yuno Gasai, from Future Diary. Yuno's love is all-consuming, possessive, and downright terrifying. She's fixated on Yukiteru and will do anything to keep him safe. Stalking, check. Cold-blooded murder, oh, you better believe it, Yuno's love knows no bounds. Get ready for a betrayal of epic proportions, folks, because at number 8, we have a character whose ambition knows no bounds, Griffith from Berserk. This guy is the epitome of a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's charismatic, ambitious, a natural leader who inspires those around him to reach for greatness. But beneath that charming exterior lies a darkness, a ruthlessness that would make Machiavelli himself shudder. Griffith dreams of ruling his own kingdom, of escaping the shackles of his humble beginnings and ascending to a position of ultimate power. And he's willing to do whatever it takes to achieve that dream. And I mean it takes. He's a master manipulator, playing people like pawns in his elaborate game of power. He's not afraid to sacrifice anyone or anything that stands in his way, even if it means betraying those closest to him. We're reaching the top of our list, folks, and things are about to get really, really real. Because at number 2, we have a villain whose fall from grace is as tragic as it is terrifying. Light Yagami, aka Kira, from Death Note. Now this guy starts off with noble intentions. He wants to rid the world of evil, to create a utopia where only the righteous remain. Admirable, right? Well, that's where things get complicated. See, Light stumbles upon a powerful artifact, a notebook that grants him the power of life and death. With a single stroke of a pen, he can erase anyone he deems unworthy from existence. And at first, he uses this power to target criminals, to deliver his own twisted brand of justice upon the world. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the villain who stands atop our pyramid of psychopathy, the ultimate anime antagonist, Madara Uchiha from Naruto Shippuden. This guy is basically the Thanos of anime. He's powerful, he's ruthless, and he's got a plan to save the world that involves, well, let's just say it involves a whole lot of mind control and questionable ethics. Madara is a legendary shinobi, a warrior of unparalleled skill and power. He's got the Sharingan, the Rinnegan, and enough chakra to make even the nine-tailed fox jealous. He can level mountains with a single attack, summon giant meteors from the sky, and teleport like it's nobody's business. This guy is basically a walking natural disaster, but what makes Madara truly terrifying isn't just his power, it's his ideology. And there you have it, folks. The top 10 most terrifying psychopaths in anime. I know, I'm probably gonna have nightmares about half of these guys tonight. But hey, that's the price we pay for loving anime, right? Now, I know I've just subjected you to a whole lot of darkness and despair, so let's lighten the mood a bit, shall we? Tell me in the comments which one of these psychos scared you the most. Was it Sho Tucker's cold-hearted betrayal? Hisoka's unnerving grin? Or maybe Madara's godlike power? Let me know. And while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more anime madness, and be sure to turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single video. Until next time, stay spooky, my friends. Sayonara!